If you were a pizza, what flavor would you want to be? Or rather, when we are children, we dream and think about the future. Then, when we grow up, we often stop thinking about it. We already discussed this in a video you can find in the description. What we didn't talk about last time is how I came to understand what I wanted in life. I decided what kind of pizza I wanted to be. Yeah, a pizza. There are many things I did, but this was the most helpful one. Making a pizza starts with simple ingredients. You take flour, water, a teeny bit of salt. They don't look very appetizing by themselves. We do the same thing with ourselves. Water represents the kind of person we aspire to be. Flour represents the information. To make the pizza, you need some manual labor and the combination of what we aspire to be with our learning. This means we can imagine this concept in a real-life situation. Maybe by looking at people we already admire. I'm not talking about complicated philosophical situation, but everyday situation. What do I mean? How would these people order a pizza? How would they react to a call from a call center? What song would they sing in the shower? I mean things like this. Very simple question. At first, these may not seem very useful, just like the pizza do, but over time, things can change. Water and flour came together to create something new. The initial concept transformed into a series of real and practical situations, rather than abstract one. During the pizza's raising time, we move on to the second phase, awareness. We start to think about how we differ from the person we aspire to become. For example, a very productive person might tend to simplify choice in their day, so they can focus on things they find most useful. When they order a pizza, they always go for a margherita and the same drink every time. On the other hand, we might enjoy changing our pizza toppings often, or we might have allergies, so we spend a long time looking at the menu. It's important to understand that there's no right or wrong answer. What matters now is recognizing the difference and understanding where we stand compared to the person we aspire to be. Having a clear and visible goal is essential for making changes and overcoming difficulties that may come our way. The third phase, after the rising, is a more intense process. We take the dough, stretch it, and punch it. We put this pizza dough through various situations, just like the everyday situation we all face. We encounter questions. We have to make choice. Should we spend 20 more minutes deciding what toppings we want on our pizza, like sausage or fish stick? Should we say good morning to our loved ones? Answer the phone? Go out with friends? Should we do that last exercise at the gym to finish our routine, even if we are tired and just want to take a quick shower and rest? Maybe someone else is using the equipment we need. We can impulsively respond and think about our immediate needs. We can give in to temptation. What does that last exercise matter compared to an hour-long workout? Nothing at all. It wouldn't be wrong to give in and go straight to the shower in the last example. What we can also do is pause, choose, and think about what the rising pizza dough will do. How many times do we do something without thinking and then regret it? Taking a breath is not a flaw, and it allows us to consider how we would behave if we were that dough. This type of thinking corresponds to the process after the rising. we shape our thoughts and decide how it's best for us to act in order to become the kind of person we aspire to be. The process is complete. The pizza dog is spread on the baking tray, but we still don't know exactly what flavor it will be. And that's okay, because we can still change it. If suddenly we decide that we don't want a margherita as we initially thought, and instead of that we want a white pizza with asparagus, walnuts and cheese, we can still do that. Adding the toppings represent becoming aware of our goal and the steps we've taken to get to this point. We choose the person we want to become, the concept that inspired us, and how it fits in our everyday life. The aroma of the pizza starts to fill the air, and before we know it, everyone around us will recognize that what's in the oven is indeed a pizza. But the most important thing is that we ourselves realize what we are becoming. Every pizza is different. Some people prefer more mozzarella, some prefer more tomato sauce, some like stuff into the crust. And if there's a recipe for the perfect pizza, the truth is that everyone will make it differently. Just a little, but in a different way. That's why it's important to talk about consistency. Punching the dough, working on it, keeping it in a closed environment to prevent it from getting air can be frustrating. How many times do we want to pick and make sure everything is alright, and make sure everything is going well? Being too rigid in a preparation can prevent us from noticing certain mistakes. On the other hand, doing it too often creates problems. Similarly, if we are too strict about the idea of the person we want to become, we might not realize that we are becoming more stressed, frustrated, or not behaving the way we truly want it. If, on the other hand, we deviate too much from what we aspire to be, we risk ruining the dough and all the work we've put in so far. So, I think it's good to stick to the principle of the pizza concept without going to extreme on either sides. To sum it up, the advice I can give you, which helped me become who I am, is to start by thinking about how people we admire will behave. Then we turn that thought into a concept and see how it resonates with us. Finally, start behaving like the concept we wanted to acquire, while also allowing ourselves to be flexible and not always strict. Remember, you are in charge of deciding and choosing what to do. It shouldn't be others telling you what to do or who to become. You know yourself better than anyone else, and you'll spend most time with yourself through your life. If you like pineapple on pizza and want to put it on, even if others say you shouldn't, and also part of me to be honest, go ahead and enjoy it. You don't have to conform just to make others happy, except for fish stick. They should never go on pizza.